Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot predictions. This is going to be for Wednesday, November the 21st. Let's get started with Aries right off the bat. Aries, what you have showing up here is the Fool in reverse. Now, the Fool in reverse is just telling me that you have a situation in your life that you did begin as a leap of faith. It may have been something that you just knew that you knew that you knew that you needed to do this. And maybe there wasn't very much logical support for that. But because you knew that you knew, you went ahead with it. So now what's going on is some of the new and the sparkle has kind of worn off of this thing now. And so at this point, you are really having to make a decision. Or I don't know that you're having to, but you are coming to this point where you're asking yourself, do I want to continue this thing or not? Do I want to let it go? Now, with the way this card has come up, besides telling me that you've questioned this also tells me that you do decide to take this forward. You decide to roll your sleeves up and keep moving forward with whatever this was that you began as a leap of faith, Aries. Hello there, Miss Lisa. Glad to see you here, my dear. How are you? Carrie, hey, hey. Thank you on the birthday. How are you, my dear? All right, Taurus. Let's look at you guys next for Wednesday, November the 21st. Thank you for the thumbs up, Miss Carrie. I appreciate it. La da 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 da. Taurus. Wednesday, November 21st. All right, so Taurus, here's what we have showing up for you guys. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. Now, this is coming in a little different way for me than usual. I mean, it's not unheard of. I felt this way before, but not commonly. So what I have here is that it looks like on Wednesday you're going to be starting out in a dissatisfied or unfulfilled feeling type of place with that 10 of Cups. Maybe some of you may be even feeling unappreciated. I do feel like as the day progresses, that is going to slowly turn around. You're going to be feeling happy by the end of the day, Wednesday, Taurus. But I think the first part of the day, not so much. And for some of you, it may be a conscious effort to sort of turn your feelings around. But for others of you, there may be things that actually come up during the day that make it a lot easier for you to feel happy. Okay? So that's for Taurus. Brenda Rosario, hello. Honey, I'm home and I've had a bad day. Glad to see you here, honey. Sequoia Wilkins, hello. Oh, very cool, Lisa. Do you like your part-time job? I always think of part-time jobs as fun jobs. I hear you, Carrie. I hear you. Gemini, you guys are up next for Wednesday, November the 21st. La, da, da, da. Now I'm going to have to look up that Shania song. Honey, I'm home. All right, Gemini. You have a card that wants to fall. It may fall yet. It did fall. It worked really hard to fall too, so let's see what it has to say to you, Geminis. Okay, so it didn't fall at a normal angle. It didn't fall upside down or right side up, so we've got one of those funky cards to read. So what we have, this is actually considered my empowerment card. This is the Five of Bows. This deck, the meaning is way different than it would be from any other deck. So when it comes in at an angle like this, we're right side up. This would talk about, being in a very empowered position where you can make decisions and feel unfettered by other people's input. This is kind of sideways. So the way that I'm taking this for you, Geminis, is that on Wednesday, you're going to be in a more empowered position than usual. I feel like there is going to be somebody still putting in input, but you are getting to do something for the most part the way that you would like it or in the timing that you would like it or something. You do have more control over something than what you normally would on Wednesday, Gemini. Not complete control, but more than usual. All right. Oh, well, that's cool, Lisa. That looks good on the resume, at least. She does have good music. I haven't listened to anything of hers in a long time either. Oh, congratulations. I sense a question for after Reiki coming on. I don't know if I would want that sign to be a sign. Honey, I'm home and I've had a bad day. Maybe not the bad day part. Let's see. Cancers. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. Cancer for Wednesday, November 21st. La da da da. La da da da. If you like that song, you guys should listen to, it's not by Shania. It's an old song by Pat Benatar, and it's a cover, actually, that she did. I think the name of it is Paid the Cost to Be the Boss or something like that. It's an old blues song that she covered. Okay, so this is for Cancer for Wednesday the 21st. Or maybe it's paying the cost to be the boss. All right, Cancer. Are you guys paying the cost to be the boss? It's what I'm thinking of while I'm shuffling for you. You do have the Sun card coming up. This is telling me that on Wednesday you're doing the things that you want to do, the way you want to do them, and you're really enjoying those. And when you lay your head down at night, you're going to feel like you've had a nice productive day as well. See how the child is actually sort of standing on that horse's neck? You can see that he's not riding along. He is overseeing things. So Cancers, I have the sense that you're going to be overseeing some things Wednesday, just exactly the way you like them. I'm actually kind of seeing a very specific impression. I'm sure this isn't going to apply to everybody, but there is somebody that's going to be, I see somebody like overseeing somebody decorating a cake, like a really fantastic, beautiful, wonderful cake. I'm not sure if this is a wedding cake. It might be. But anyway, whatever it is you're overseeing, you're going to be enjoying. I'm sure not everybody will be overseeing people decorating wedding cakes, but it did pop into my head, so I'm sure it applies to somebody out there, some Cancer out there. I feel like I'm pink here. Hate being pink there. It ends with that, yeah. It does, but the main theme is that she had a bad day and she just wants this other person to serve her. Got you. Well, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. No two ways about that. All right, so Leos. Let's look at you guys for Wednesday, November the 21st. Leo, 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 Leo. What are you guys doing? Leos, you got the Hermit card. The day before Thanksgiving, for those of you that are here in the U.S. This is talking about spending some alone time, a significant amount of alone time, doing some soul searching, Leos, understanding yourself better. What's going on? Maybe you're riding on an airplane a long, long way, so I kind of consider that a long time, even though you're surrounded by people. There's not like a lot of people that you know that are going to be talking to you. Your phone has to be off. You don't have a lot of distractions. You know, you're kind of alone in the airport and at the airplane and all that. So maybe that's what's going on with you, Leos. I hope that's what it is. Seems not quite appropriate otherwise. Well, that's cool, Miss Carrie. Okay, so let's look at Virgos for Wednesday, the 21st of November. Virgos. Virgos. All right, Virgo. What you guys have showing up here is the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles just tells me that you're being careful to do everything that you need to do to make sure that your budget is in good shape. If there are things that you need to be doing on Wednesday to bring in the cash flow, you're going to be doing things to bring in the cash flow. If there are things that you need to be doing to make sure that the cash flow is not ruptured, so to speak, you're going to be doing that. You're not going to be doing impulse spending. You may be planning, okay, this much is going to here, this much is going to here, this much is going to here. Some of you may actually be literally paying the bills on Wednesday. Excuse me, but you're handling your budget in a responsible way on Wednesday, Virgos. Goodness, excuse me. No surprise, your sign is pretty down to earth anyway. Libra. Libra, Libra, Wednesday, November the 21st. Let's see what comes up for you guys. Libra, Libra, Libra. Alrighty, Libras. What you have coming up is the moon on water. This is definitely all about emotion and reflecting on emotion. This can talk about high passion, sizzling time behind bedroom doors, or maybe other places as well. You could be having a sizzling interaction with somebody. Or you could be I'm really getting some major sensual feeling signatures off of this card. So I'm really feeling like a lot of you are going to be either having some type of sensual experience with somebody. And I feel like this is, these can go one of two ways. These are either going to be super sizzling hot, or they're going to be calm and tranquil and peaceful, just completely, what's the word I'm looking for? Where the two people are cherishing each other at a very deep level, even maybe like to where it feels like a spiritual experience. All right. So for a lot of you, some highly sensual experiences coming in. And I also get the sense that there's a deep connection here. I feel like there's a deep connection here. I don't feel like this is like a, what do they call that in that one song? It's not a drive-by. I have the sense that this is about something deeper than that. Okay. So that's for Libras. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. So next up, we have the birthday people. Oh my goodness. The signs are going to shift on Thanksgiving. The last day of Scorpio is Thanksgiving Day. All right. So happy birthday to my fellow Scorpios. If you would like to get a birthday discount on a reading, you still have time. You can get with me to schedule that reading anytime between now and the end of the 22nd. So I guess the end of Thanksgiving Day, which I do respond to texts and emails on holidays. La da da da. When you're a sole proprietor, you just don't shut down. Anyway, you can get a 25% discount for a birthday special as my way of saying happy birthday, Scorpios, as long as you book by the 22nd, end of the 22nd. But for right now, let's just take a peek at our card and see what comes up for us for Wednesday. Can you be a Libra tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe you can interact with a Libra tomorrow. If you have a Libra for a significant other, this could be very good. Or a Libra rising. Okay, so Scorpios. Here's what we have coming up for Wednesday. Two of Cups showing up in reverse. This is something that we normally find pleasure in, that for whatever reason, in this particular moment, we could kind of take it or leave it. In fact, maybe we're kind of leaning towards leaving it. Not like long-term or permanently, but, you know, there may be somebody that normally we enjoy spending time with, and on Wednesday we're just like, you know what? I've got other things that I want to do instead. How about we see each other another time? Could be that type of thing. I'm really not picking up that this is any kind of like where you're not on the same page with somebody, as much as it's just like, you know, I have other things that I have to do. I kind of feel like there's this have to. And maybe it's, you know, for those of us in the US, maybe that's preparing for Thanksgiving. Like, come on, get out of the kitchen. I'm trying to get things taken care of here, type of thing. I don't see it as anything big at all. I just see it as kind of a temporary delay of enjoying that person again. Now, this can also be about a hobby or something that you normally enjoy, but you're just not so much that day. Whatever this is that you normally enjoy that you're just not so much into on Wednesday, it feels very light to me. It doesn't feel like a big blowout. Doesn't feel like the end of anything. It just feels like kind of delaying something. Okay, so that's for Scorpios. Luna Nightshade, hey, hey. It's been a while since you've been in here. Glad to see you back. Okay, so Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Well, I'm shuffling for Sagittarius. Let me remind all of you that if you would like to have a live reading with me, or a 1 or 2 question reading with me, or a Reiki session with me, or any of the other services I offer, you can find all of those on my website. All my contact information is on my website too. All you have to do is get a hold of me and we'll get you scheduled as quickly as possible. I can usually get to people within the same day, normally. Normally I can. All right, so my website is down below in the description box if you need it. And if you have photographic memory, I'll just tell you right now, it's www.amista.info. I-N-F-O. There is no .com. Please don't try to slip one in. It'll mess you all up. All right, so Sagittarius, I think we've shuffled enough for your cards. Let's see what comes up for Wednesday, November the 21st. 3 of Clubs, you're going to be traveling. I like it that this actually came up right side up, because this is more about like smooth travel. If it was upside down, you would be making changes to your travel as you went along. So this indicates nice, smooth type of travel. We don't have things where you have to, you know, switch flights or may take detours for construction or anything like that. This is nice, smooth travel. Now, this also can be planning travel or long distance or long-term plans. I think considering the context of the holiday we have coming up here in the US, I'm going to say for most of you, this is going to be actually traveling and, you know, peaceful, smooth travel. For those of you outside the United States, this could be more of long-term planning or travel planning, that you're planning some kind of travel for the future. But really the strongest sense I'm getting off of this for the people that watch my video, this is more about actually traveling. I know people do watch from other countries, but the majority watch from the US. Okay, so that was Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn for Wednesday, November 21st. Capricorn, you just had a couple of cards fall. We're going to go ahead and take both of them. See what's going on here. They're both major arcana, so you've got something kind of big going on Wednesday, actually. All right, so let me explain this one card first. So you have the Fool in reverse, and you have the Wheel of Fortune right side up. I want to talk about the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse is something that somebody else actually got the same card in a different deck earlier here today. The Fool in reverse talks about having a situation that you have begun, and when you began it as a leap of faith. You did it because you knew that 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 you needed to do this thing. And it really didn't matter if there was any kind of logic to back it up at all, because you just knew that you knew that you needed to begin this thing. Okay? So when we see the Fool and he's in reverse, it's not the beginning of this thing anymore. You've been doing this thing that you knew that you knew that you knew that you needed to do. You've been doing it for a while, and you've come to a point where you kind of had to question, do I want to continue on, or has it served its purpose? Maybe I should stop. So you've been in that headspace of, do I keep on with this or not? Now, this card came up with the Wheel of Fortune behind it. So the Wheel of Fortune is always talking about good timing, cycles changing, things going better than they were before. So this is basically saying this is a good time to keep doing what you already started. All right. So if you were thinking of giving it up, this would be saying, don't do that. Things are going to get better. If things have been really rough with this thing that you started, and you've been just kind of going, I don't know if I can. This is a card of encouragement that says keep on, because the cycle's getting ready to flip and things are going to start to fall into place for you. Okay. So keep on trucking with whatever that is that you started as a leap of faith. That's what I'd say out of that, Capricorn. About time, Lisa says. I hear you. I hear you. All right, so let's look at Aquarius for Wednesday, November the 21st. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Okay, Aquarians. Interesting. All right, what you guys have coming up is the Respect card. I have never really equated this card as respect, as in the kind of respect we show other people in personal interactions. I've always kind of equated this card with the kind of respect that we have for a snake or a lion. You respect that they can kill you, so you give them some space. All right. So when the respect card comes in right side up, for me, what this means, and I'm going to show you right side up. I think we process pictures better right side up mentally. This is somebody that has an established situation of some kind, whether it's a living situation, work situation, relationship situation, whatever. And you can kind of see he's going away from that established camp, and he's moving into something that is completely unexplored, because he wants to go out there and explore it. And he's got his weapon. He's prepared to meet any challenges or challengers if he runs into any wild animals out here or whatever. But he's definitely exploring in a place that he has never, ever explored before. So when this card comes in upside down, like it did for you Aquarians today, what this means is you've explored something new. You've been in the process of exploring something new that you'd never even thought that you would be slightly interested in exploring before. And now that this is upside down, you're coming into this place where you're realizing that even though you thought you were prepared for this, you're feeling like you're a little over your head. And so now it's time to come back to camp, regroup, figure out what you might need besides a bow and arrow when you go out into that wilderness the next time and explore. But right now, you're coming back. Everything was just a little bit overwhelming. It was more than you expected to have to deal with. And so now this is falling back, retreating, regrouping, figuring out what you want to do from here. Do you want to explore that place again in a more prepared way? Or are you in this place that says, wow, that is totally not what I thought it was? And you're going to be sort of figuring that out. But for right now, you're just backing the heck out of Dodge. You're like, whoa, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Get me out of here. I am not safe here. That type of thing. And I don't mean literally safe, especially if this is a relationship situation. I mean, this could be like that maybe you got engaged to somebody and now you're realizing, whoa, wait a second. If this is a work situation, you may have taken on a job that you thought you could handle. And now you're realizing that what these people expect from you is way above and beyond what they mentioned in the job description. You know, so it can be anything like that where you went off and did something that like you've never done before. And now you're realizing I'm just not prepared for that at this point. And now you're getting out. You're like, that was enough of that. Thank you. I've tested the water. All right. So that's Aquarius. Your hair color needs hair color. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, Carrie. Have a great day yourself. Thank you, everybody, for all the thumbs up and for sharing this video around. You guys getting me out there is what allows me to meet more people and interact with more people and help more people. And that is what keeps me able to do this every day full time. So thank you, and thank you. Willie Dog's mama. Hey, hey. Glad to see you here, my dear. Okay, so next up, we are going to look at Pisces. You missed Aquarius, but you got Pisces, Willie Dog's mama. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. And I spent a long time on Aquarius, so I'm not going to recover that right now. Sorry. Let's see. Right? That's you. You've always got the timing down. Pisces for Wednesday, November the 21st. All right. Pisces. Okay, so for some of you, Pisces is not going to be your sun sign. It might be your rising or your moon sign. For others of you who do have a sun sign of Pisces, your rising or your moon sign may actually be an air sign. Okay? And what I'm feeling like, Pisces, is that this card is more talking about you, whether you have an air sign as a part of your specific makeup or not. But this card really talks about the personality traits that are dominant for you on Wednesday. Okay? So with the fact that this came up as a king, first of all, this is you taking charge or being in charge. The fact that he's the King of Swords, this is somebody who is really good with thoughts and ideas. So you may be leading somebody by giving them ideas or thoughts about how to handle a situation. This type of person is the person that, the personality that I would recommend going to for advice. Somebody may be coming to you for advice, and this advice may be about something that is logical, legal, mathematical, something where it's really easy to get to the bottom line. You're not having to sort through a lot of emotions. If you're acting in this personality on Wednesday, you're not dealing with a lot of emotions, and that's, usually pretty atypical for a Pisces. Because you're a water sign, you're usually very fluent in emotions and you don't mind swimming around in those things. This King of Swords type personality has no patience or time for emotions. And you may be in that point, Pisces. There may be a situation that the emotions that it has brought you has put you in this place where you have no more patience or time to have those types of emotions introduced into your experience. And you may be using that sword to just whack the source of those emotions right on away from you. This could be talking about you deciding, you know what, I'm not spending time with this person today, or I am getting this person who's causing all these negative emotions out of my life, period. But you are looking at something in a very logical way. You're looking at the bottom line. How does this impact me? How does this affect me? If you're giving advice to somebody else, you're looking at how does this impact them? How does this affect them? What's the best advice for them? But for a lot of you, this is you in a very no-nonsense way, getting rid of the baloney and not being all sentimental about the past. Just looking at the present and realizing, time to take some action here. The King of Swords is a man of action and swift action. So you will be taking some swift action. You may be deciding who you're going to be spending Thanksgiving with if you're here in the United States. And even more importantly, you may be deciding who you're not spending Thanksgiving with and letting them know, because this is also a man of communication. So you're definitely taking charge of something, and you're making sure that whatever it is that you are doing or deciding makes sense. You're not doing it based on sentiment. You're doing it based on tangible reality, or based on what really makes sense to you here, really is the bottom line. Okay? And that's for Pisces. Not normal for Pisces to act like that, but when you get pushed against the wall, I think that can come out pretty easily. You have an air sign as a moon sign, so that makes sense for you. Cool, Lisa. Hey, Spiritual Enlightenment. Glad to see you back, my dear. Gotcha. That's a nice balance, Lisa. You definitely can be a King of Swords type person. Hello there, Wallflower. Glad to see you here. I have no idea what that was. It just went across my camera on the edge. Gotcha. Rising signs are very powerful. All right, so that covers everybody. Thank you all for the thumbs up. To those of you who spread my video around, thank you. I appreciate that. Those of you who have ordered and will be ordering readings and Reiki sessions, I appreciate that so much as well. It's because of all of you that I am able to do this as my sole means of income, and I appreciate all of your support so much. Everybody, enjoy your holiday if I don't see you again. For the rest of you, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out, everybody.